All right. Mighty Mike Powers will put them on their final pace lap this time by. We're going to go racing next time. We got 9 cars going 8 laps in our Daytona fast heat. 34 Mark Hughes not making the call, so our pole setter will be the 14 of Kevin Grubb. 60 Stan Hudson. That is your front row. Watch them this time as they come out of turn 4. Mighty Mike looks them over. He gives them the green. They're off and racing in tonight's Daytona fast heat. The Daytona mini stocks. 3 wide for second place down the Billboard backstretch and into turn 3. Dave Castle in the number 4. Shoot in the middle there as he moves up there on the outside of number 14, Kevin Grubb. And Dave Castle will lead him into turns 1 and 2. He's your new leader. There's the 83 of Jeremy Dameron. 2-time feature winner Jeremy Dameron running there in second. And 17, Corey Ryman now up to third as we complete lap number 2. Whoa, and 83, Jeremy Dameron, and the number 4, Dave Castle. Yellow flag will be probably coming out pretty soon, I would imagine. Caution flag comes out as the 83 of Jeremy Dameron got into the back of the number 4 of Dave Castle there as they were coming around on lap number 2. And so, good sportsmanship conduct going out to the number 4, Dave Castle. Okay, we're lined back up, single file formation restart. We got 2 down, 6 to go. 83, Jeremy Dameron is your leader. 17, Corey Ryman right on his tail as Mighty Mike Powers turns them loose. We're off and racing into turns 1 and 2. 83, Jeremy Dameron out in front. 17, Corey Ryman. Jerry Ryman in the 19, and Dave Coleman, fast qualifier on the day, running there in 4th as we complete lap 3 this time by. '83, Jeremy Dameron, 2-time feature winner out in front. 17, Corey Ryman. Jackrabbit Jerry Ryman, our points leader, running in 3rd as we complete lap 4. 4 down and 4 more to go in our fast Daytona mini stock heat. 16, J.R. Ryman now has made his way to 5th, but time's running out. 5 down, 3 to go this time by. Front 4 still unchanged. 83, Jeremy Dameron, Corey Ryman, Jerry Ryman, Dave Coleman all following as they complete lap 6. 17, Corey Ryman, a rookie driver in our Daytona mini stocks, running there in 2nd as the white flag will fly this time for 83, Jeremy Dameron. Now Jerry Ryman on the inside of his son Corey for 2nd. And the number 6 of Dave Coleman right there as well. Checkered flag will fly this time for number 83, Jeremy Dameron. '83, 19, and 6. That's the way they're going to finish 1, 2, and 3. Dave Coleman in car number 6 was 3rd. Jackrabbit Jerry Ryman, our points leader, finishes 2nd. Behind the number 83, picks up the checkered flag in tonight's fast Daytona mini stock. Put your hands together for the 83 out of Goshen. This is the kid, Jeremy Dameron. Number 83, Jeremy Dameron, doing a great job of driving tonight in the fast Daytona mini stock heat. He's sponsored by Victory by Design Chassis, Goshen Collision Center, Triple K Graphics, and one of my favorite sponsors, Hooters, where they've got great wings up there at that restaurant. That's what I've heard. Your lineup for the 2nd of our Daytona mini stock heats. On the pole, car number 29 is Paul Mishler Jr. To his right is the 25 of Tim Kidder. 2nd row inside, number 47G is Gabe Whetstone. To his right, the 37 from Akron, Indiana, Shannon Buck. 3rd row inside, number 1 from Bremen, that's Craig Castle. To his right, the 24 of Bob Huffman Jr. Fourth row inside, car number 10 is the stickman, Tim Barrick. To his right, the 96 out of Elkhart of Andy Kindig. And at the back of the pack from Mentone, the 47, the white 47 of the Bulldog, Gene Hughes. And from Middlebury, the number 5 of Merle Yoder. 10 cars going 8 laps in our second mini stock heat as Mighty Mike turns them loose. 29, Paul Mishler Jr. out in front. 25, Tim Kidder. And a caution's going to come out because that was kind of a staggered start. Kind of a bad start for half of the field, so we'll get them lined back up for a complete restart in the second of our Dayton-Daytona mini stock heats. All right, 10 cars going 8 laps as they bring it up to speed now out of turn 4. Mighty Mike Powers gives them the green. That's as close as we can get in the second of our Dayton-Daytona mini stock heat. 29, Paul Mishler Jr. out in front of Tim Kidder in the 25. 47, Gabe Whetstone now up there to third. 37, Shannon Buck from Akron, Indiana, and that Southside Video sponsored machine works the outside groove as we complete lap number 1. 37, Shannon Buck trying to work around Tim Kidder. Here comes Gabe Whetstone on the inside. They're going to be 3 wide for second. As Gabe Whetstone backed off there in turn 3, saw there was not enough room. Paul Mishler Jr. getting a little loose as they complete lap 2. And that allows Shannon Buck in the 37 to work on the outside. He's getting loose over there in turn 2. And Shannon Buck doing a great job of driving to hang on in car number 37. Number 10, Tim Barrick up to third as we complete lap number 3 this time by. A stickman, Tim Barrick on the low side. Moving down on the inside of the 25 of Tim Kidder for second now. Tim Barrick, the stickman, trying to stick it up to the front as they get the halfway signal. 4 down and 4 more to go this time around. Paul Mishler Jr. in the 29 out in front of the 25. He gets a little loose coming out of turn 2, and that allows the 10 of Tim Barrick to make the pass in turn 3. And the stickman, Tim Barrick, will lead him around here for lap number 5. 29, Paul Mishler Jr. is there in second. 25, Tim Kidder. Here comes Gabe Whetstone again on the inside in car number 47G. The white 47 of the Bulldog, Gene Hughes, trying to help him along with a little bump and go move. We've got 6 down and 2 left. Number 10, Tim Barrick. 29, Paul Mishler Jr. Gabe Whetstone trying to figure out some way to get around him. Here comes the Bulldog, number 47 of Gene Hughes, the white 47 on the outside with the white flag flying. They got 1 more to go. Tim Barrick, car number 10, the stickman, sticking it out front. 2 more turns. Number 10, Tim Barrick, will pick up the checkered flag. Number 10 is your winner. 10, 29, and 47G. That's the way they're going to finish 1, 2, and 3. 47G, Gabe Whetstone brings home third. The 29er, Paul Mishler Jr., fell back to second. And winning tonight's second Dayton-Daytona mini stock heat. Put your hands together for the number 10. That's the stickman, Tim Barrick. Tim Barrick out of Goshen is sponsored by Creation Graphics, Habitat for Humanity of Elkhart County, Double D's Crowbar and Eatery there in Goshen, Ron Culp's Karaoke, Billy Rumbaugh, Goshen Collision Center, and Tim Layton all sponsors the number 10 of Tim Barrick. Now here's your lineup for tonight's third Daytona mini stock heat. On the pole is car number 80. That's the fat boy Michael Aiken. To his right in row 1, driving the Ronnie's Run Racing Team's number 2R from Syracuse is Rochelle Strickland. Second row inside out of Three Rivers, Michigan, number 44 is Chris Sinoff. To his right, scheduled there on the outside, number 41, the Fireball Josh Dunn. He elects to take the tail. Third row inside, driving the 5P from Walkerton, that's Shannon Pohl. To his right, the 31 of Ben Miller. Fourth row inside, the number 7 of Ron Baker from Plymouth, and to his right, the 48 of P.J. Miller. P.J. Miller from Napanee lines up on the outside of the fourth row. Last row inside, the 5 of Leapin' Lee Atkins and the 12 of Brian Allen. 10 cars going 8 laps in our third mini stock heat. Late model first heat, you're in the hole. Late model first heat, get lined up, you're in the hole. Thank you. Fourth mini stock heat is on deck. Okay, race fans, watch them this time as they bring it up to speed out of turn 4. Mighty Mike Powers will be watching them coming down out of there. They bring it up to speed. He turns them loose. We're off and racing 8 laps. In our third Dayton-Daytona mini stock heat, number 80, Michael Akins up front. The 2R of Rochelle Strickland, she's up there in second. And Leapin' Lee Atkins trying to get nosed in between Chris Sinoff in the 44 and the 31 of Ben Miller. And oh, there goes Shannon Pohl around in turn 4. He's out of harm's way. We're still racing. We're still under green flag racing. Number 80, Michael Akins, the leader, coming right into turn 4. Caution flags are going to fly. Get out of the way, Shannon Pohl. Oh, he's going to get the black flag for playing possum, I think. 2, 4, 6, 10 cars going 7 more laps in tonight's third mini stock heat. Your leader is the number 80 of Michael Akins. 2R Rochelle Strickland running there in second. 44 Chris Sinoff, Leapin' Lee Atkins, and Ben Miller. That's your front 5 as they come out of turn 4 this time. Mighty Mike looks them over. He likes what he sees. He gives them the green light. They're off and racing. Number 80, Michael Akins, staying out in front. He started on the pole. 2R Rochelle Strickland running second. Leapin' Lee Atkins has leaped his way to third in car number 5 as they complete lap 2 this time by. '31, Ben Miller on the inside. Leapin' Lee Atkins in number 5 now up to second as he gets around Rochelle Strickland's the 2R car. 31, Ben Miller running in fourth. 44, Chris Sinoff has fallen back to fifth as we complete lap 3. Your leader is Michael Akins, but number 5 of Leapin' Lee Atkins is catching him. 2R Rochelle Strickland still in third as the halfway point comes out. 4 down and 4 to go. Six down, 2 to go this time by. Your leader is still number 80, Michael Akins, and Leapin' Lee Atkins right behind him. 2R Rochelle Strickland in third. Your leader's not your leader any longer. Number 80, Michael Akins, over his time, so the white flag will fly for number 5, Leapin' Lee Atkins, your new leader. Number 80, we'll have the facts and figures on him in a little bit. Number 5, Leapin' Lee Atkins is our new leader. 2R Rochelle Strickland now in second. The number 7 of Ron Baker's there in third. As the checkered flag will fly this time for number 5, Leapin' Lee Atkins. Five, 2, and 7. That's the way they're going to finish 1, 2, and 3. Number 7, Ron Baker will bring home third officially. 2R Rochelle Strickland was second. And winning tonight's third mini stock heat as he rolls up here to get the checkered flag. Put your hands together for the number 5 of Leapin' Lee Atkins. Number 5, Leapin' Lee Atkins out of Cromwell, Indiana, sponsored by Mr. T's Apparel in Montville, Tim Layton, the Detail Shop in Goshen, and AWA Racing, all sponsors of number 5 of Leapin' Lee Atkins. Here is your lineup for tonight's fourth and final mini stock heat. Okay, on the inside, the pole setter, the 2C of Ron Baker. He'll set on the pole there. On the outside, number 14 is June Kaiser. Second row inside, number 97 is Mark Murray from Walkerton. To his right will be the number 8 of Patty Smith. I don't know. She's at the back of the pack. Third row is the 7 of Merle Neff and the 85 of Rodney Archer, the 43 of Max Schaefer, and 05 Jerry West. Last row, the 25, that's Foghorn Leghorn, the old Bandy Rooster, number 25 of John Yoder, and to his right, the 29 of Chuck Harper. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 cars. We got one extra I didn't even know about. And we're off and racing, and there goes June Kaiser around. Look out, everybody. Oh, there goes Patty Smith. She oversteered it. Whew. Holy cow, carnage everywhere in the start of our fourth and final mini stock heat. Late model first heat, you're on deck. Late model first heat, you're on deck. Second heat, you're in the hole as we go racing in our fourth and final Daytona mini stock heat. As they bring it up to speed out of turn 4, Mighty Mike Powers gives them the green. They're off and racing. '85 Rodney Archer is your new leader as they complete lap 1. Merle Neff in the 7 ends running in second. 05 Jerry West from Mishawaka there in third. Rich Page in the number 8P trying to get to the exit ramp. Oh, he finally has just enough gas to make it over the hill as they complete lap 2. 85 Rodney Archer out in front. Now 43 Mad Max Schaefer. Max Schaefer in the 43 trying to work his way up there to the top 3 spots. Works the outside of the 05 of Jerry West and the 7 of Merle Neff. He's on a roll as they complete lap 3. They got 5 more to go this time by. 43 Mad Max Schaefer out in front. Or actually 85 Rodney Archer out in front. 43 Mad Max Schaefer with the pass. Oh, and there goes Merle Neff around in turn 3. Look out over there as you better put it in gear. We're still under green flag racing with 4 down and 4 to go. Still under green flag racing. Your leader's not your leader any longer. 85 Rodney Archer's over his time. Your new leader is 43 Mad Max Schaefer with 5 down and 3 to go. Running in second is the 05 of Jerry West. 25, wherever 25's at, that is the 25 of the old Bandy Rooster, John Yoder. He's there in third. Everybody else is a lap down as they complete lap 6. Mad Max Schaefer out in front. 05 Jerry West running second. 25 John Yoder back there with about 3 lap cars in front of him is running in third as the white flag flies for the number 43 of Mad Max Schaefer. 05 Jerry West running second. The old Bandy Rooster, Foghorn Leghorn there in the number 25 is there in third. Caution flag and checkered flag will now wave for number 43 Mad Max Schaefer. 43, 05, and 25. 25. John Yoder picks up third. 05, Jerry West was second. And your winner was the 43 of Mad Max Schaefer. The lineup for the first of our Hoosier Tire late model heats. They're back at it again. On the pole, car number 59 from Goshen is Paul Scott. To his right in row 1, the 27 of Kurt Gunkel. Second row inside, number 39, Charlie Whitman. To his right, the 96 of Randy Carr. Third row, the 29 of Mike Rednant from North Liberty. To his right, the 17 of Abe Havens. Abe Havens driving the 17 for the first time ever. Right there, starts on the inside of the third row as Kurt Gunkel slides back to the outside of the third row instead of being up front. Fourth row inside, number 13 is Mike Miller. The 13 of Moose Miller. And to his right, the number 11 of Lance Knoop. We got 8 cars going 8 laps in the first of our Hoosier Tire late model heat. All right, watch them as they come out of turn 4. Mighty Mike Powers looks them over. He gives them the green. They're off and racing. 39, Choo-Choo Charlie Whitman on the outside of the front row. 59, Paul Scott maintains the front spot. 96, Randy Carr now sliding up to the inside to take over second. As 39, Charlie Whitman's got problems. He's falling way off the pace as we complete lap 1. Paul Scott, number 59 from Goshen, is your leader. 96, Randy Carr running second. Abe Havens in the 17 on the inside of the 29 of Mike Rednant for third as we complete lap 2. Oh, and number 17, Abe Havens, getting into the back of the leader, takes himself out in turn 2. That brings out the first caution in our first Hoosier Tire late model heat with 2 down and 6 to go. They're in 5th. Lance Knoop and Abe Havens at the tail. We've got 7 cars, as we did lose the 39 of Charlie Whitman. 6 more laps to go in tonight's first Hoosier Tire late model heat. All right, watch them now as they bring it up to speed. The leader sets the pace as they come out of turn 4. Paul Scott, car number 59, brings them through. Mighty Mike turns them loose. We're off and racing. 6 more laps in our first Hoosier Tire late model heat. 96, Randy Carr hooked up on the outside groove, making his move through the billboard backstretch and into turns 3 and 4. 96, Randy Carr will be your new leader on lap number 3. 96, Randy Carr. Paul Scott falling off to the pace on the inside. 29, Mike Rednant, outside groove, makes his move to second at the halfway point. 4 down, 4 to go. And 27, Kurt Gunkel, and 17, Abe Havens brings out the caution flag as they get together down there in turn 4. 27 went around, 17 unable to avoid him. Second caution flag coming out in tonight's first Hoosier Tire late model feature. All right, here's your lineup as we get set to go back to racing. 5 more laps in our first of our Hoosier Tire late model heats. Our pole setter, our leader is the 96 of Randy Carr. Running in second is the 59 of Paul Scott from Goshen. 29, Mike Rednant from North Liberty there in third. Moose Miller in the 13 is in fourth. Number 11, Lance Knoop, is in 5th, and 27, Kurt Gunkel. Lines up 6, single file, Kurt. Unfortunately, he says, no, I'm going to go racing before the green drops, and we're off and racing. 96, Randy Carr out in front of the 59 of Paul Scott. Mike Redant in the 29. Halfway mark will come out this time. We got 4 down, 4 to go. 96, Randy Carr up front. Mike Renant at 29 has moved his way up to second. Now Paul Scott back to third in car number 59. 5 down and 3 left. Moose Miller in the 13 making his move on the outside, trying to move to third as we complete lap 6. They got 2 more to go in the first of our Hoosier Tire late model heats. White flag will fly for 96 Randy Carr and 29 Mike Renant. And the checkered flag will now wave for number 96 Randy Carr. '96, 29, and 13. That's the way they're going to finish 1, 2, and 3. Number 13, Moose Miller, brings home third. The 29 of Mike Redant from North Liberty was second. And winning tonight's first Hoosier Tire late model heat. Put your hands together for the 96 of Randy Carr. '96 Randy Carr out of Elkhart, sponsored by Pete Russell's Speed Shop there in Elkhart, picks up tonight's first late model heat. All right, here's your lineup for the second Hoosier Tire late model heat. On the pole, car number 57 from Elkhart is Devin Heimbaugh. On the outside of the front row is the 101 from South Bend of Ed Paul. Second row inside, car number 22 from Plymouth is Radical Rich Bull. To his right, the number 69 from Warsaw of Barry Lamb. Third row inside, car number 4 from Goshen. He's got 2 feature wins under his belt this season. That's Todd Hall. To his right, in row 3, is the 32 of John Long. Fourth row inside, the 53 from South Bend of Lou Strimmy. To his right, in row 4, the number 2 of Ratchet Rusty Keddick. And at the back of the pack, the number 5 of Jason Isley from Silver Lake. 9 cars going 8 laps in our second Hoosier Tire late model heat. Mighty Mike Powers putting them on a pace lap as they go by. All right, 9 cars going 8 laps. Our second Hoosier Tire late model heat about to begin. 57 Devin Heimbaugh, the pole setter. 101 Ed Paul on the outside of the front row. They'll be bringing them out of turn 4, and Mighty Mike turns them loose. 57 Devin Heimbaugh sticks it out in front. 22 Radical Rich Bull on the inside. The 101 of Ed Paul, the inside line, making the move as we complete lap 1. 57 Devin Heimbaugh, 22 Radical Rich Bull up there to second. 101 Ed Paul has fallen back to third. Number 4 Todd Hall moves up there to fourth as we complete lap 2. Devin Heimbaugh out of Elkhart doing a good job from the pole position. Todd Hall now on the inside goes to third as he got on the low side of the 101 of Ed Paul as they complete lap 3. The inside line has the move. 53 Lou Strimmy moving up. And Todd Hall getting sideways in turn 3. He does a great job of holding on to it. Everybody else getting off the pace. Lou Strimmy now looks to the outside as they work on lap number 5. Number 4, Todd Hall, got loose in turn 3, but drove out of it. 53, loose trim. He moved to fourth. Ed Paul's back to fifth. Look at that battle up front. 22, Radical Rich Bull. He wants the lead as they come out of turn 4. Rich Bull looks to the inside with 6 down and 2 to go. '57, Devin Heimbaugh doing a great job at driving, staying out in front from the pole position. 1 more to go this time around. 101, Ed Paul spun out on his own over there in turn 4. And he'll sit there and watch him finish as a checkered flag will fly for 57, Devin Heimbaugh. 57, Devin Heimbaugh. 22, Rich Bull, and the 4, Todd Hall. That's the way they finish 1, 2, and 3. 57, 22, and 4. So winning tonight's second Hoosier Tire late model heat as he rolls over here to get the checkered flag. Picking up the second heat win from the pole position. Put your hands together for the 57 of Devin Heimbaugh. '57, Devin Heimbaugh out of Elkhart, sponsored by Renegade Racing and Raleigh Williams Paint Spot there in Elkhart. All right, race fans, here's your lineup for tonight's fast Hoosier Tire late model heat. On the pole, car number 94 from LaPorte, that is Frankie Lyle Jr. To his right in row 1 from Plymouth, driving the Country Auto Center, number 95, that is Steve Stacy. Second row on the inside from Elkhart, the 87 of Ty Hayes. On the outside of the second row, car number 61 from Syracuse, Travis Slayball. Actually, 58, Ron Maynard Jr., our points leader, lines up on the outside of the second row. Third row inside, number 89, that is Kenny Whitman. He won last Saturday night's feature. He's out of Elkhart. And in row 3, the 61 of Travis Slayball. I was trying to move him up ahead of time. Fourth row inside, car number 21 from Ligonier, that's Honkin' Harvey Taylor. To his right from Goshen, the number 9 of Hot Rod Rodney Spencer. And at the back of the pack, our fast qualifier on the day, driving the D&M Properties sponsored number 7 out of Elkhart is Keith Hankins. The fastest of our Hoosier Tire late models, about to go 8 laps as they bring it up to speed out of turn 4. Mighty Mike turns them loose, they're off and racing. 95, Steve Stacy on the outside, and 94, Frankie Lyle Jr. as they go out of the billboard backstretch and into turns 3 and 4. 87, Ty Hayes tucking up there trying to help out as they complete lap 1. 87, Ty Hayes snuck up underneath the 94. Frankie Lyle Jr. gave him a little bump and go, and it pushed him up ahead of the 95 of Steve Stacy. That's the way they're going to be coming as they come around to complete lap 2. 94, Frankie Lyle Jr., 87, Ty Hayes right behind him, 95, Steve Stacy on the outside ride. 3 down, 5 to go, this time by. 95, Steve Stacy battling back on the outside groove, trying to move back up to second. Points leader, 58, Ron Maynard Jr. running in fourth. Halfway mark comes out. They got 4 down and 4 more to go. 94, Frankie Lyle Jr., the pole setter, trying to hang on. 87, Ty Hayes giving him a bump and run. And 94, Frankie Lyle be bringing him out of turn 4 again with 5 in and 3 to go. Now 87, Ty Hayes trying to find some way to get on the inside as the 95 of Steve Stacy stays on the outside groove, working there for third as we complete lap 6. Inside line has it right now. 58, Ron Maynard Jr. going to tuck up behind Ty Hayes in the 87 machine. As the white flag will fly, they got 1 more to go this time around. 94, Frankie Lyle Jr. doing a great job up front, holding everybody at bay. In tonight's fast Hoosier Tire late model heat is Mighty Mike gives him the checkered flag for 94, Frankie Lyle Jr. 94, 87. 94, 87, 58. Put your hands together for our pole setter winning tonight's Fast Hoosier Tire Late Model Heat. Let's hear it for 94, Frankie Lyle Jr. 87, Ty Hayes come across second, and 58 of Ron Maynard Jr. edged out 95, Steve Stacy for third. All right, here's your lineup for tonight's Fast Michiana Tire Street Stock Heat. On the pole, car number 61, that's Jason Slaybaugh out of Syracuse. On the outside of the front row, the Goshen Collision Center Special number 1 of Al Maurer, a two-time feature winner. Al Maurer lines up on the outside of that front row. Second row inside, number 38. From Kimmel, Indiana, that is Darrell Click. To his right from Pierceton, the number 12 of Kevin Gunkel. Third row inside from Goshen, and the number 10 is Hollywood, Eric Kaiser. To his right, the 125 from Claypool of Scott Frost. Fourth row inside out of Plymouth, the 40 is Tricky Dicky Siddell. And to his right, the 121 is Sparky Mark Miller. And at the back of the pack, the top two qualifiers in today's Michiana Tire Street Stocks. On the inside of the fifth row, the 15 of Don Hunley from Goshen. And to his right, the 17 of Bob Schisler Jr. out of Syracuse. 10 cars going 8 laps in our Fast Michiana Tire Street Stock Heat as Mighty Mike turns them loose. And 61, Jason Slaybaugh, our leader, will be bringing them around for lap number 1. We'll have 1 down and 7 to go. Black flag coming out for the Goshen Collision Center Special number 1 of Al Maurer, and it looks like he's leaking some fuel out of the right rear of that number 1 car as we complete lap 2 this time by. .38, Darrell Click right there in second, giving chase to our pole setter Jason Slaybaugh in the 61. 12, Kevin Gunkel now sets in third as we complete lap 3. .61, Jason Slaybaugh. 38, Darrell Click, and the 12 of Kevin Gunkel. Eric Kaiser in the 10, and Tricky Dicky Siddell. That's your front 5 at the halfway. 4 in and 4 to go. Number 12, Kevin Gunkel, looking on the inside of 38, Darrell Click in the billboard backstretch and into turns 3 and 4. Kevin Gunkel trying to move to second. Looks like he will as they complete lap 5. 5 down and 3 to go. Kevin Gunkel in the number 12 there now has his sights set on that lead, but I don't know if there's enough time to do it or not. We've got 6 down, 2 more to go this time by. .61, Jason Slaybaugh. Kevin Gunkel, Darrell Click. That's the way they're running now. With the white flag flying, they got 1 more to go as Darrell Click tries to battle back to second. On the inside of the number 12 is Kevin Gunkel. Gunkel back to third. Front 3 now. Single files. They come out of turn 4. Checkered flag flies for 61, Jason Slaybaugh. 61, 38, 12. That's the way they finish 1, 2, and 3. Number 12, Kevin Gunkel out of Pierceton brings home third. 38, Darrell Click shuffled his way back to the front to finish in second. And winning tonight's Fast Michiana Tire Street Stock Heat as he rolls up here to get the checkered flag. Put your hands together for the 61 of Jason Slaybaugh. Now here's your lineup for the second of our Michiana Tire Street Stock Heats. On the pole, car number 18 from Elkhart is Rumblin' Billy Rumbaugh. To his right, the 78 of Don Click. Second row inside, car number 55 is Bam Bam, Brian Cannon. To his right in row 2 from Milford, number 52, Matt Spark. Third row inside from Syracuse, the 66 of Dandy, Randy Niles. To his right, the 88 of the Toad, Charlie Hanna. Fourth row, the 99 of Mark Blessing from Napanee. To his right, the number 5 of the Shep Dog, Jason Shepard. Fifth row, 52, Chris Highbaugh, and the other 88 of Doug Hanna. 10 cars getting ready to go 8 laps. In our second street stock heat as Mighty Mike turns them loose. '72, Don Click on the outside of the 18 of Rumblin' Billy Rumball. They're the battling for the lead as they come out of turn 4 to complete lap number 1. 52, Matt Sparks tucked underneath there, waiting to see what happens up front. 88, Charlie Hanna moving up there on the outside groove. As they complete lap 2, they got 2 down and 6 to go. Rumblin' Billy Rumball, car number 18 out of Elkhart, stays out in front. He started at the pole, and he's an unmovable object right now as they complete lap 3. Front 2 rows, side by side, wheel to wheel, door to door, going down the billboard backstretch and into turns 3 and 4. Halfway mark will come out. They got 4 down and 4 more to go. Five down, 3 to go. Number 18, Billy Rumball out in front of 52, Matt Sparks. 55, Bam Bam Brian Cannon now shuffles his way to third in that OST sponsored machine. 6 down, 2 more to go, this time by. '88, Charlie Hanna's worked his way to fourth. White flag will fly this time around for Billy Rumball, car number 18. He's got 1 more to go. 88, Charlie Hanna on the inside of the OST sponsored number 55 of Bam Bam Brian Cannon. He's working the outside groove, trying to stay his way to third. Checkered flag will fly for number 18, Billy Rumball. 18, 52, and 88. That's the way they're going to finish 1, 2, and 3. 88, Charlie Hanna brings home third. 52, Matt Sparks will finish there in second. As they all followed our pole setter to a pole setting victory. Put your hands together for the number 18 out of Elkhart. Let's hear it for Rumblin' Billy Rumball. Rumblin' Billy Rumball out of Elkhart, sponsored by D&M Auto, Jan's Place, Advanced Auto Parts out of Mishawaka, the Truck Store, and BTA Auto Sales and Service. All sponsors the 18 of Rumblin' Billy Rumball. All right, here's your lineup for tonight's third Michiana Tire Street Stock Heat. On the pole, car number 02 from Napanee is Frankie Paymaster. To his right in row 1 is the 13 of Mike Miller Jr. Second row inside, number 67 from Milford is Mike Robinson. To his right in row 2 is the 19 of Neil Grice from Niles. Third row inside, we've got number 20, Eric Gill. To his right from Elkhart, the 68 of Porky's Revenge, Mark Vance Jr. Fourth row inside, car number 28, he's out of Bremen. That is Matt Burkholder. To his right in row 4, the 45 of Kevin Ray. And at the back of the pack, the 124, that car is for sale, the heavy Chevy of Tim Davis. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 cars going 8 laps as Mighty Mike turns them loose. Number 4, Curtis Gray, tried to get it started, but he had to take it to the pits, so he doesn't make the start of this 3rd Street Stock Heat. 1 down, 7 to go this time by. Your leader is the 13 of Mike Miller Jr. The fluorescent colored number 13 pick him up truck will bring him around for lap number 2. 02 Frankie Paymaster has fallen back to second. 19 Neil Grice getting a little loose on the outside groove. 67 Mike Robinson runs there in 4th as we complete lap number 3. 124 Tim Davis is up to 5th. Tim Davis just driving it like he won't be owning it long as we complete lap 4. 4 down and 4 to go. A heavy Chevy of Tim Davis now moves his way to 4th. 124 Tim Davis now to 3rd as he goes to the inside of 02 Frank Paymaster. 5 down and 3 to go. 124 Tim Davis picking them off one by one. Six down, 2 to go this time around. White flag will fly this time. They got 1 more to go. 13 Mike Miller Jr. 19 Neil Grice. 124 Tim Davis hooked up on the outside. 45 Kevin Ray running in 4th. Watch how they finish in the top 3 as Tim Davis works the outside in a heavy Chevy 124. Checkered flag will fly for 13 Mike Miller Jr. Tim Davis comes across the line second. What a good race for the 124. 13, 124, 19. That's the way they finished 1, 2, and 3. Neil Grice held on to 3rd, but Tim Davis skyrocketed his way to 2nd. Number 13, though, number 13, he started on the outside of the front row, and he wins tonight's 3rd Street Stock Heat. Put your hands together for the 13 out of Elkhart. This is Mike Miller Jr. Mike Miller Jr., sponsored by Franklin Auto Repair, Elkhart Public Auto Auction, and D&M Auto Sales and Towing. All sponsors the 13 of Mike Miller Jr. Well, we got a complete restart coming up. Number 7, Dan Shepard, will restart at the tail. We got 12 cars, hopefully going 8 laps in our 4th and final Street Stock Heat. Well, the 4H of David Henson going to make an exit. Your leader is Dan Shepard in car number 7. (102) Bob Hunsberger is your new leader. Number 7, Dan Shepard, is over his time. We'll have the facts and figures on Dan Shepard. He's not your leader any longer. Actually, 102 Bob Hunsberger is your new leader. The Doughboy Larry Saunders is running second. Alex Pratt in the 20. 89 Jeff Stetler's in 4th as we complete lap number 3. There's your battle for the lead coming out of turn 2 and going down the billboard backstretch. 71, Larry Saunders on the inside of the 102 of Bob Hunsberger. And your new leader at the halfway is the Doughboy, Larry Saunders, in car number 71. 102, Bob Hunsberger back there to second now. 89, Jeff Stetler's running in third. Josh Summers, number 32 from Napanee, right here in the middle of the main straightaway. He's out of the way. We're going racing. One more lap to go. And a checkered flag will wave for 71, Larry Saunders. 71, 89, 102. 71, 89, 102. That's the way they're going to finish 1, 2, and 3. 102, Bob Hunsberger will finish third. 89, Jeff Stetler second. And winning tonight's fourth and finally street stock heat. Put your hands together for the Doughboy, number 71, Larry Saunders. Oh, here comes oh, no, that's not Randy. All right. 59, Paul Scott's our pole setter on the outside. We've got the 29 of Mike Redant. Second row, 57, Devin Heimball. 101 of Ed Paul. 13, Moose Miller. 27, Kurt Gunko. And Lance Snoop at the tail. 7 cars getting ready to go in tonight's Who's Your Tire Late Model B feature. Caleb Woods gives him the greener off in racing. Pole setter, 59, Paul Scott out of Goshen, trying to hold off Mike Redant on the outside. Mike Redant from North Liberty. Be bringing him out of turn 4. He's your leader as they complete lap 1. Mike Redant in car number 29 out in front. 101, Ed Paul works the outside groove, trying to move to second. 2 down this time around. 57, Devin Heimbaugh now moves to third as he works around the 59 of Paul Scott. In turn 3, we're going to have 3 laps down, 17 to go this time by. 59, Paul Scott back to 4th, but Moose Miller in the 13's looking for that number 4 spot as they head out of the billboard backstretch and into turns 3 and 4. We've got 4 in for your leader, number 29, Mike Redant. 101, Ed Paul now, trying to figure out a way to get up toward the front. Moose Miller's made his way to 4th in car number 13 with 5 in and 15 to go. '29, Mike Redant out in front. 6 down this time around. Moose Miller in the 13's moved to 4th. Paul Scott's running in 5th in car number 59. Seven in and 13 to go. Mike Redant at 29 out in front still. He started on the outside of the front row. 101, Ed Paul running in second. 57, Devin Heimball. They're about evenly spaced as they clock in lap 9. 9 down, 11 to go this time by. Number 11, Lance Snoop, being put a lap down. This time by, they'll get the halfway signal. 10 down, 10 to go. 29, Mike Redant out in front of the 101 of Ed Paul. 57, Devin Heimball running in third. Moose Miller in the 13s in fourth, and then you go all the way back to the backstretch. 59 Paul Scott running in fifth. Down and 5 to go for 29 Mike Redant. 101 Ed Paul and 57 Devin Heimbaugh. Moose Miller in the 13, evenly spaced, running at your front four, going down the billboard backstretch and into turns 3 and 4. They'll have 16 down and 4 to go this time. Now the front half of the pack have caught up with the back half of the pack as they complete lap 17. Mike Redant is your leader. 18 down, 2 to go this time by for 29. 101 Ed Paul now trying to catch up. Slower traffic up ahead as our leaders weave through. Kurt Gunkel in a 27 who goes a lap down, and a 59 of Paul Scott about to go a lap down with 1 more to go this time by. '57 Devin Heimbaugh. Checkered flag will fly for 29 Mike Redant. Whoa, that was a close finish for third. 29, 101, 57, and 13. That's the way they're going to finish 1, 2, 3, 4. It was 13 Moose Miller finishing fourth. 57 Devin Heimbaugh comes across third. 101 Ed Paul will settle for second. And picking up tonight's late model B feature win, put your hands together for the 29 out of North Liberty. This is Mike Redant. Mike Redant, car number 29 out of North Liberty, picks up tonight's late model B feature win. 101 Ed Paul was second. 57 Devin Heimbaugh came across third. The 13 of Moose Miller was fourth, and 59 Paul Scott rounding out the top 5 of our late model B feature. Live from the new Paris Speedway, the hottest quarter-mile racetrack in the Midwest, it's Saturday night racing on Hoosier 103.5 FM. Good evening, race fans. This is Jerry Cannon, the voice of the new Paris Speedway, setting trackside here at the hottest quarter-mile racetrack in the Midwest, where we have got a whole bunch of racing in store for you race fans tonight. We've got our 40-lap Hoosier Tire late model feature field on the track at this time, as we had good qualifying earlier, and they're going to test and tune and warm those tires up a little bit before we start tonight's 40-lap Hoosier Tire late model feature. Our fast qualifier on the day, of course, was the D&M Properties number 7 of Keith Hankins. He had fast time with a 13:52. Hot Rod Rodney Spencer, number 9 out of Goshen, had a 13:59. A 13:61 was set by the 21 of Hunk and Harvey Taylor. 61 Travis Flaybaugh clocked in at a 13:66. And the 89 last week's feature winner, number 89 Kenny Whitman, had a 13:70. So only 0.2 of a second separates the top 5, and only 0.4 of a second separates the top 16 fast qualifiers in our Hoosier Tire late models as they prepare for a 40-lap Hoosier Tire late model feature coming up. Earlier today, we had a hazy, humid day here at the New Paris Speedway. Everything was dry, good racing, and good qualifying in all 3 classes of cars. The Hoosier Tire late models, Michiana Tire Street Stocks, and the Daytona Mini Stocks. But then just before, just right at 7:05, a brief shower, a very brief sprinkle in turns 1 and 2, and then over in turns 3 and 4, put us a little delay in getting starting in tonight's racing action. We got racing at about 7:20, and instead of having the late models start off in our heat races, we had the mini stock. But the late models are ready to go. Everything's dry, and it's ready to go. The track is clean. We're ready to go green as we set the field for tonight's 40-lap Hoosier Tire Late Model feature. Of course, so far, we've had 5 different winners out of 6 nights of racing, this being our 7th night for the 2005 racing season. Only one late model driver has 2 A feature wins under his belt this year, and it's the number 4 of Todd Hall. But here is the starting lineup. On the pole from Plymouth, car number 22, that is Radical Rich Bull. He'll be driving that Kaiser Spraker-sponsored number 22. To his right in row 1, in that Lamb's Graphics-sponsored number 69 out of Warsaw, that's Barry Lamb. Second row on the inside, the 2-time feature winner himself, the Dave's Landscape and Maintenance number 4 of Goshen of Todd Hall. To his right, the number 32 from Niles, Michigan of John Long. Third row inside, driving the Pet Refuge-sponsored number 53 from South Bend is Lou Strimmy. On the outside of row 3 in the number 2 car from South Bend, that's Rusty Keddick. Fourth row inside, from Silver Lake in the Triple K Graphics, number 5, that's Jason Isley. On the outside of row 4, in that Lyle Family Racing sponsored number 94 from LaPorte, that's Frankie Lyle Jr. Fifth row inside, the Country Auto Center sponsored number 95 of Steve Stacy from Plymouth. On the outside of row 5, in that Jant's Place, number 87, that's Ty Hayes. Sixth row inside, our points leader from Union, Michigan in the Skid Marks sponsored number 58, that's Ronnie Maynard Jr. On the outside of row 6, last week's feature winner in the Whitman's Auto Sales number 989 from Elkhart is Kenny Whitman. Seventh row inside in the Creation Graphics number 61, that is Travis Laybaugh from Syracuse. To his right, from Ligonier in the One-A-Cup Restaurant, sponsored number 21, that's Honkin' Harvey Taylor. And eighth row inside in that Pro Motor sponsored number 9 out of Goshen, that is Rodney Spencer, Hot Rod Rodney. And then our fast qualifier of the D&M Properties number 7 of Keith Hankins. 16 cars getting ready to go 40 laps in our Hoosier Tire late model feature. As they come around out of turn 4 this next time by, we're going to give our Hoosier Tire late model feature drivers a big send-off this next time by. Our Hoosier Tire late model feature drivers will be giving all of our fans a big wave. So get out your lighters. As we get ready to go 40 laps in our Hoosier Tire late model feature, let's flick our bics, wave your hands, your hats, and your hankies, and say good luck, guys, and good racing. 16 cars going 40 laps in tonight's Hoosier Tire late model feature. So far this year, Ronnie Maynard Jr., our points leader, has got a 35 points lead over the number 95 of Steve Stacy. He's running second to points. Keith Hankins, fast qualifiers, third. Todd Hall's fourth, and John Long is fifth. That's your top 5. And out of that top 5, Todd Hall and Ron Maynard Jr. are both former feature winners. Ron Maynard with 1, Todd Hall with 2. Brandon Maynard, who's not here tonight, has had 1 feature win. Kenny Whitman has 1. Bobby Strimmy has 1. That's our late model feature winners as we get set to crown a new one again tonight here at the new Paris Speedway, the hottest quarter-mile racetrack in the Midwest, as they bring it up to speed out of turn 4. Caleb Woods turns them loose. We're off and racing in our 40-lap Tire late model feature. And as they head out of turn 2, the pole setter, number 22, Radical Ridge Bull, takes to the point. 69, Barry Lamb there moves to second. Number 4, Todd Hall is running in third as we complete lap number 1. We got action coming off in turn 4 as they were completing lap 1. Number 9, Rod Rodney Spencer at the back of the pack. He was back there at the back of the pack in the 15th position, and he went sideways, and then right there under caution at the backstretch, 89, Kenny Whitman, and some car that's pointed northwest. I'm not quite sure who that car is, but he's sitting there too. They got together as they were coming and trying to brake for caution. So we're under caution without even getting a lap in tonight's Hoosier Tire 40-lap feature. So we're going to tend to those 3 cars. It's number 9, Hot Rod Rodney Spencer, number 89, Kenny Whitman, and 94, Frankie Lyle Jr. headed north over there at the entrance ramp to our pit area, as we've got action all over the track right off the bat as caution came out for number 9, Hot Rod Rodney Spencer. So we're going to take a brief pit stop on your home for Saturday night racing from the new Paris Speedway on Hoosier 103.5 FM. So we've got 15 cars getting ready to go 39 more laps as Caleb Woods puts them on their final pace lap. The track is clean. We're about ready to go green flag racing in our conclusion of our Hoosier Tire late model feature. 22, Radical Ridge Bull will be setting the pace as they come out of turn 4. He'll be bringing them up to speed. Single file formation restart with 39 more laps to go as they come roaring out of turn 4. Caleb gives them the green. They're off and racing. And as they go through turns 1 and 2, it is the 22 of Radical Ridge Bull up front. 69 Barry Lamb, 4 Todd Hall, 53 Lou Strimmy working the outside groove, trying to move to 3rd as they complete lap number 2. 53 Lou Strimmy working the outside groove, so is the number 30 or the number 2 of Rusty Kettig back there in 5th. But Lou Strimmy, 53, works the outside of number 69 Barry Lamb, that second place spot as they work on lap number 4 this time. Coming out of turn 2 and heading down the billboard backstretch here to New Paris Speedway. As they come out of turn 4 to my left, your leader is the 22 of Rich Bull and 53 Lou Strimmy. Crosses the stripe for second on the outside of the 69 of Barry Lamb. Barry Lamb back to 3rd. Todd Hall's running in 4th. Then the separation there between the 4th and 5th place car, 32 of John Long. As we clock in lap 5, they got 5 down and 35 more to go. 95 Steve Stacy now working on the outside of the 32 of John Long. That's the position there for 5th. As they head out of the billboard backstretch and into turns 3 and 4, Steve Stacy works the outside. 87 Ty Hayes works the inside, but we got action in turns 3 and 4. This time, number 7, Keith Hankins got into the side. Got into the side, I believe, of the number 5 of Jason Isley. And 94, Frankie Lyle Jr., who does not have a hood on his car. And that's important that we get this testing in the best that we can.
Talk about the tire program anymore.
Well, we got them lined back up. Single file formation restart. 22 Radical Ridge Bull is our leader. We're about ready to go back to green flag racing as Caleb Woods gives them a green. They're off and racing. 53 Lou Strimmy works to the outside. 69 Barry Lamb running there in 3rd. The number 4 of Todd Hall is in 4th as we complete lap 7. 7 down and 33 to go. 53 Lou Strimmy works the outside groove, moving to the outside of the 22 of Radical Ridge Bull for the lead. Radical Ridge Bull holds him back and holds him at bay as they complete lap 8. They got 8 down and 32 to go. 53 Lou Strimmy running in 2nd. 69 Barry Lamb in 3rd. Number 4 Todd Hall there in 4th. But look, here comes 87 Ty Hayes. He's trying to get to the outside, but he got a little loose there on the outside group. Falls back about 3 spots. 87 Ty Hayes fell back from 5th to 9th just like that as he got loose on that last lap. This time by, it's 10 down and 30 to go for 22 Rich Bull, staying out in front of 53 Lou Strimmy and 69 Barry Lamb. Number 4 Todd Hall, single file as they come out of turn 2 and down the billboard backstretch and into turns 3 and 4. 32 John Long trying to hold on to 5th. 95 Steve Stacy's up to 6th. 58 Ron Maynard Jr. is in 7th. 87 Ty Hayes is back up to 8th. Now here comes the 61 of Travis Slaybaugh. He's moving up to the 9th place position as they clock in lap 12, this time by. Front 8 still in change. There goes our leader, or there goes our points leader, 58 Ron Maynard Jr. He spun out of control coming out of turn 4 right in front of about half of the pack from about the 8th place spot on back. And 61 Travis Slaybaugh got around him all. Everybody was able to get around the 58 of Ron Maynard Jr., who's sitting here with some damage to the number 58 car right here as we bring out our 3rd caution. And we're going to have to figure out how this happened. It looks like 94, Frankie Lyle Jr. headed into the pit area under caution. So 58, Ron Maynard Jr. brings out caution flag number 3 with 11 laps in and 29 to go. We're going to try to get him attended to and get him lined back up for a single file formation restart right after this brief pit stop on your home for Saturday night racing on Hoosier 103.5 FM. Then we've got number 5, Jason Isley, 94, Frank Lau Jr., 58, Ron Maynard Jr. will start 13th in front of the 87 of Ty Hayes. As we get set to go back 29 more laps in our Hoosier Tire late model feature, the track is clean. We've got them ready to go green as Caleb looks them over as they come out of turn 4. He gives them the green. They're off and racing into turns 1 and 2. And as they head down the Billboard backstretch, your leader is still the 22 of Radical Rich Bull. He brings them through the main straightaway to complete lap 12 with Blue Strimmy right behind him. 69 Barry Lamb running in 3rd. Number 4 Todd Hall's in 4th. 32 John Long trying to hang on to 5th. Everybody single file except at the back of the pack as they try to shuffle for position from about 12th on back. 13 down, 37, 27 to go, and 53 Lou Strimmy's looking on the outside of 22 Radical Rich Bull for that lead as we complete lap 14 this time by. 14 down, 26 to go. Lou Strimmy in the 53 looks to the outside. 69 Barry Lamb's running in 3rd. Lou Strimmy, car number 53, started on the inside of the 3rd row in the 5th spot, and he's going to take the lead on lap 15. Lou Strimmy taking the lead on lap 15 tonight as he gets on the outside of the 22 of Radical Rich Bull. Now Rich Bull battling back on the inside, but not enough as Lou Strimmy beats him to the stripe on lap 16. 53 Lou Strimmy is your leader. Radical Rich Bull running 2nd. 69 Barry Lamb is in 3rd. 4 Todd Hall there in 4th. 32 John Long's running in 5th as we complete lap 17. 95 Steve Stacy's up to 6th and working the outside of the 32 of John Long for that 5th place spot. 61 Travis Slaybaugh is running in 7th. Keith Hankins has moved his way to 8th in car number 7. Number 9, Rocky Spencer's running in 9th. Ty Hayes is in 10th. That's your top 10 as the 58 of Ron Maynard Jr. is still hanging on back there in 12th as we complete lap number 19 this time by. 53 Lou Strimmy took over on lap 15, and he has led the last 5 laps as they get the halfway signal this time. They got 20 down and 20 more to go in our 40-lap Hoosier Tire late model feature. 53 Lou Strimmy now. He's got clear sailing out in front of him with fresh air coming his way. He's separating his lead as he stretches his lead away from the 22 of Rich Bull and the 69 of Barry Lamb. Number 4 Todd Hall still there in 4th, but moving his way on the outside groove. The 95 of Steve Stacy works the outside of 32 John Long for 5th with 22 down and 18 to go. 95 Steve Stacy trying to get up there the top 5 spots. 53 Lou Strimmy sets the field again as they come out of turn 4 to complete lap 23. 23 down, 17 to go. Time is running out. 95 Steve Stacy's got to make a move somehow. 22 Rich Bull still in 2nd. 69 Barry Lamb's in 3rd as they come out of turn 4. Then you got number 4 Todd Hall. That's the single file group, and then working side by side, 32 John Long on the inside, 95 Steve Stacy on the high side as they go down the backstretch. This time by, they've got 25 laps complete and 15 more to go in tonight's 40-lap Hoosier Tire late model feature. 53 Lou Strimmy trying to pick up would be his very first feature win in 2005 if he can hang on for another 14 laps as they complete lap 26 this time by. Now Steve Stacy, number 95, has made his way to the outside and is challenging the number 4 of Todd Hall for 4th. Steve Stacy, number 95 from Plymouth in that Country Auto Center special, moves his way to 4th place as we complete lap 27. 53 Lou Strimmy still up front. Steve Stacy trying to work the outside groove. He's in 4th and he's looking to the outside of the 69 of Barry Lamb on this lap as they complete lap 28. From 5th on back, you still got 32 John Long running there in 6th. 61 Travis Slaybaugh has made his way to 7th. Keith Hankins is running in 8th as they clock in lap 29. 29 down and 11 to go. and Travis Slayball got a little loose there as he came out of turn 4. 7, Keith Hankins looks to the outside of him. 30 down and 10 to go for number 53, Lou Strimmy, as he crosses the stripe. 22, Rich Bull running second. They got 10 more to go, and we've got number 61, Travis Slayball, sliding off the main straightaway and into the infield. As they'll come around here this time, we've got 31 down and 9 laps to go for 53, Lou Strimmy. Travis Slayball, car number 61, he's out of harm's way, and he's in the infield, but a caution flag will come out. Our 4th yellow coming out this time from the 61 of Travis Slayball, because he's just to the inside of the main straightaway, so the caution flag comes out for 61, Travis Slayball. Your leader is the 53 of Lou Strimmy as we get him set to go back to racing. 22, Radical Rich Bull tightens it up. 95, Steve Stacy restarts 3rd. 69, Barry Lamb's in 4th. Todd Hall's in 5th. As they come out of turn 4, Caleb gives them the green. They're off and races for 9 more laps. 53, Lou Strimmy trying to stretch it out, trying to hang on to his first A feature win on the season. 95, Steve Stacy would like to have his first A win as well as they complete lap 32. 95, Steve Stacy now working it up to speed. 58, Ron Maynard Jr. right behind 87, Ty Hayes trying to make their way up there to the top 8. But Lou Strimmy has stretched his lead. He's hanging on. They got 33 down and 7 to go. Now Steve Stacy in 95 has worked his way around the 22 of Rich Bull for second as they come out of turn 2 and head down the Billboard backstretch. But I think time is running out. We've got 34 down and only 6 left for 53 Lou Strimmy. Steve Stacy 95. Looks like either one of these two drivers that win tonight will be picking up their first A feature win on the season. As they come out of turn 4, they've got 35 down and 5 left in tonight's Hoosier Tire late model 40-lap feature. 95 Steve Stacy running second. 22 Rich Bull's in 3rd. 69 Barry Lamb's in 4th. Todd Hall's running in 5th. 32 John Long there in 6th. 87 Ty Hayes and Keith Hankins battling for 7th with 36 laps down and 4 to go. Back in 9th is the 58 of Ron Maynard Jr. 94 Frankie Lau Jr. running in 10th. As this time by 53 Lou Strimmy's only got 3 more laps to go to this checkered flag. It'll be his first win on the season if he can hang on for another 2.5 laps. The 53 of Lou Strimmy working his way around here. He gets the 2-lap signal. They've got 38 down and 2 to go. 95 Steve Stacy in that Country Auto Center special trying to catch him. Steve Stacy second in the points. Hasn't able to get an A feature win yet, but Lou Strimmy hasn't either, and he'll get the white flag and go 1 more lap to the victory lane. 53 Lou Strimmy, 95 Steve Stacy, about evenly spaced out, about 4 cars in between them. They got about a 4-car length lead as the checkered flags fly for number 53 Lou Strimmy. 95 Steve Stacy, 22 Rich Bull, 69 Barry Lamb, and Todd Hall hangs on for 5th. That is the front 5 finish in tonight's 40-lap Hoosier Tire late model feature. Wow, wow, wow. What a race we had. What a difference a week makes for the 53 of Lou Strimmy. 53 Lou Strimmy picking up his first A feature win of 2005. 95 Steve Stacy was second. 22 Rich Bull finished there in 3rd. 69 Barry Lamb brought home 4th. Todd Hall was 5th in the number 4 car. 87 Ty Hayes finished 6th in front of 58 Ron Maynard Jr. John Long finished 8th. Keith Hankins was 9th, and Frank Lau Jr. finished 10th, rounding out the top 10. So put your hands together for our late model feature winner. Number 53 from South Bend, Indiana, is Lou Strimmy. Lou Strimmy, sponsored by Pet Refuge there in South Bend with the Adopt a Dog and Adopt a Cat Pet Refuge. So Lou Strimmy making his way to victory lane tonight. We'll get him up here in the winner's circle and have a few words with our winner, number 53, Lou Strimmy, right after this brief pit stop on your home for Saturday night racing for the new Paris Speedway on Hoosier 103.5 FM. On the pole, driving the number 55, the double nickel, that's Bam Bam Brian Cannon. He'll be driving the OST-sponsored number 55 car. On the outside of the front row, in the Pugly's Mug, number 52 from Milford is Matt Sparks. In row 2, in the C&R Body Shop, number 66 from Syracuse is Dandy Randy Niles. On the outside of row 2 in the Torco Fuel sponsored number 88 is the Toad Charlie Hanna from Goshen. Third row inside, our points leader in the Drive Smart number 99 from Napanee is Mark Blessing. To his right in row 3 in the Sherwin-Williams paint spot number 5 from Warsaw is Jason Shepard. Fourth row inside, he'll be driving the All-Star Signs and Service number 52. He's out of Jones, Michigan. That is Chris Highball. On the outside of row 4 in the Torco Racing Fuel number 88, that's the old grump Doug Hanna in the Mean Green Machine from Goshen. Fifth row inside, car number 61 out of Syracuse, that Creation Graphics sponsored 61 of Jason Slayball. On the outside of row 5, the Goshen Collision Center number 1 of Al Maurer. Row 6 in the B&M Engines sponsored number 38 out of Kimmel, Indiana, Darrell Click. To his right in row 6 in the Lake City Honda sponsored number 12 from Pierceton is Kevin Gunkel. In row number 7 from Goshen in the D&T RV Repair number 10, that's Hollywood Eric Kaiser. On the outside of row 7 in the out of Claypool in the Two Dudes Garage sponsored number 125, that's Frosty Scott Frost. Back there in the 8th row on the inside in that ServPro Fire and Water Restoration sponsored number 40 from Plymouth, that is Tricky Dicky Sedal. To his right in row 8 in the Miller Boys Racing number 121 is Mark Miller. And of course last row, row 9 on the inside in Riverbend Hose Specialties sponsored number 15 from Goshen is Don Hunley. And to his right door, of course, our fast qualifier on the day from Cromwell. He drives the Schisler Trucking number 17 of Bob Schisler Jr. So we've got 18 cars getting ready to go 30 laps in our Michiana Tire Street Stock feature. And as they come down out of turn 4 this time, let's give our Michiana Tire Street Stock feature drivers a big send-off. Everybody, flick your bics, wave your hands, your hats, and your hankies, and say good luck, guys, and good racing. 18 cars going 30 laps in tonight's Michiana Tire Street Stock feature. Bam Bam Brian Cannon, our pole setter, in the OST sponsored number 55. Little nephew Brian Cannon right there. He'll start right there on the pole. On the outside, the 52 of Matt Sparks in that Puggley's mug. 20th Century Restaurant sponsored 52 from Milford. Matt Sparks doing a good job this year in our street stock competition. 18 cars, that's what we're going to start with. Let's see if we can go 30 laps without too many problems. The front row will be bringing them up to speed as they come out of turn 4 this time. Caleb Woods will be looking them over as they come out of there. He gives them the green, they're off and racing. Into turns 1 and 2, 55, Bam Bam Brian Cannon leads the 66 of Dandy Randy Niles, who goes to the inside line right now, trying to move up. Randy Niles moving to second as they complete lap 1. The pole setter is the 55 of Bam Bam Brian Cannon. He leads them into turns 1 and 2. As they go down the billboard backstretch, 99 Mark Blessing breaks out of the pack and moves to third. Our points leader up to third already. He started on the inside of the third row, and that's where he's at as they complete lap 2. The inside lines making their move. 52 Chris Highball started on the inside of the fourth row. He's up to fourth, but there's the 88 of the Toad, Charlie Hanna, up to fifth already as he started on the outside of the fourth row, and he's made his way to fifth as they complete lap number 3. Now Charlie Hanna looks at the outside of the 52, Chris Highball. Chris Highball out of Jones, Michigan, running there in fourth. He's been here every Saturday night. Comes all the way from Jones to race here at the hottest quarter-mile racetrack in the Midwest, Paris Speedway. They've got 4 laps down and 26 to go in this 30-lap Michiana Tire Street Stock feature. The rest of the field at the back of the pack trying to work their way up. They're side-by-side racing, basically from front on back. 55, Bam Bam Brian Cannon has led the first 5 laps. Our pole setter out in front of the 66 of Randy Niles. Mark Blessing in the 99 works to the outside groove. He's trying to make his way to the top 2 spots as they work through turns 3 and 4. This time around, we've got 6 laps down and 24 to go. Randy Niles now decides, 66, Randy Niles decides to go to the outside groove. 99, Mark Blessing tucks in on the inside then, as they switch the line, so to speak, as they try to work around the 55 of Brian Cannon. Bam Bam Brian Cannon staying out in front with 23 more laps to go. He has never won an A feature here at the new Paris Speedway. This would be something if he could do it. But I don't know. He's got a lot of heat breathing down his neck as he comes out of turn 4. 99 Mark Blessing's running in second. 66 Randy Niles is back to third. The 61 of Jason Slaybaugh squeaked his way to fourth. Darrell Click in the 38 is up to fifth. 88 Charlie Hanna on the inside of the 52 of Chris Highball. He shuffles back to seventh as Charlie Hanna moves to sixth on lap number 9. Now they're moving and jockeying for position as they go out of turn 2 and down the billboard backstretch. 38 Darrell Click works on the outside of the 61 of Jason Slaybaugh. This time we got 10 down and 20 to go in our 30-lap Michiana Tire Street Stock feature. We're 1/3 of the way home so far in this one without a caution. 55 Bam Bam Brian Cannon trying to hold off the 99 of Mark Blessing. They're wheel-to-wheel, door-to-door as they come out of turn 4 to complete lap number 11, and 55 still holds the lead. But Mark Blessing, number 99 out of Napanee, Indiana, our points leader, driving that Drive Smart number 99, looking for that lead in turn 3. The OST number 55 of Brian Cannon trying to hold him off as they complete lap 12. And that lap will go to the 99 of Mark Blessing. Mark Blessing with about a bumper lead as they go down the billboard backstretch. Now he gets a clear pass in turn 3, and your new leader is the 99 of Mark Blessing. 55 Brian Cannon back to second. 38 Darrell Click is running in third as he works the outside now of the 55 of Brian Cannon. 66 Randy Niles is running in fourth. 61 Jason Slaybaugh's in fifth as they clock in lap 14. 88 Charlie Hanna's right there in sixth. The number 10 of Eric Kaiser's running in seventh. The 40 of Dick Sedall's in 8th, 15 Don Hunley's in 9th, and the 17 of Bob Schisler Jr., the top 10 at the halfway point, 15 in and 15 to go. But 99 Mark Blessing now stretching his lead away from the rest of the field. 55 Bam Bam Brian Cannon trying to hold on to second, but 38 Darrell Click, a tire down on the 38, and he goes sliding into the wall in turn 3. That'll bring out our first caution in tonight's Michiana Tire Street Stock feature. With 15 in and 15 to go for the 38 of Darrell Click, he's got some problems on that front left of his number 38 car. Darrell will take it limping back to the pit area. 17 Bob Schisler Jr. there, our fast qualifier, restarts in 9th as we get set to go 15 more laps in our Michiana Tire Street Stock feature. Your leader is the 99 of Mark Blessing, our points leader, as Caleb Woods turns him loose. 55 Bam Bam Brian Cannon running in second. 66 Dandy Randy Niles is there in third. Jason Slaybaugh is running in fourth in car number 61. Then the 88 of Charlie Hanna's in fifth. Number 10 Eric Kaiser runs there in sixth. 15 Don Hunley's running in seventh. 17 Bob Schisler Jr. now up to eighth. 40 Tricky Dicky Sedall's running in 9th. 121 Mark Miller rounds out the top 10. Scott Frost back there, and the 125 is in 11th. The 12 Lake City Honda, number 12 of Kevin Gunkel is in 12th. Goshen Collision Center Special number 1 Al Maurer back there in 13th. 52 Matt Sparks is 14th. The 5 of Jason Shepard is in 15th, and Chris Highball finds himself in 16th. As this next time by, 99 Mark Blessing, our leader, will clock in lap 19. They've got 11 more to go in tonight's 30-lap Michiana Tire Street Stock feature. Mark Blessing has never won an A feature yet this year. He's had 2 fast times under his belt. Never won an A. If he can hang on for another 10 laps as they got 20 down and 10 to go, he'll pick up his first feature win for 2005. 55 Bam Bam Brian Cannon running in second in front of the Dandy Randy Niles number 66 machine. 61 Jason Slaybaugh is fourth. 10 Hollywood Eric Kaiser on the inside of Charlie Hanna trying to move up to fifth as they clock in lap 21 that time by. 17 Bob Schisler Jr. is in seventh as he works on the inside of Charlie Hanna for that 6th place spot. 22 down and 8 to go for your leader, the points leader, and the leader of this 199, Mark Blessing. Started on the inside of the third row, took over the lead on lap 14, and has led the last 8 laps. Make that 9 as he crosses the stripe for lap 23. 55, Bam Bam Brian Cannon running in second. 66, Randy Niles is third. 61, Jason Slaybaugh is running in fourth. The 10 of Eric Kaiser has now made his way to fifth in front of the 16 of Bob Schisler Jr., who's sitting there in sixth with 24 down and 6 to go. 15, Don Hunley's worked his way to seventh. The 40 of Tricky Dicky Siddall sits there in eighth. 121, Mark Miller is ninth with 25 down and 5 more to go for number 99, Mark Blessing. 125, Scott Frost back there in 10th. Goshen Collision Center Special number 1, Al Maurer is in 11th. 88, Charlie Hanna has worked his way back to 12th. Kevin Gunkel sets back there in 13th in the number 12 machine. 52, Matt Sparks is all the way back to 14th, and Jason Shepard rounds out the field. With 27 down this time by, they're going to have 3 more to go in our 30 lap Michiana Tire Street Stock feature. 99, Mark Blessing. He's got about a 4-car lead on the 55 of Bam Bam Brian Cannon, who's running there in second. And then from there on back, it's kind of scattered. But, oh, there goes the 40. Tricky Dicky Siddall. Okay, he's headed for the pits. I thought he was going to hit the wall on lap number 18, or lap number 28. They got 2 more to go. 99, Mark Blessing, out of Napanee, Indiana, is going to be bringing him out of turn 4. The white flag will fly this time for 99, Mark Blessing. 55, Bam Bam Brian Cannon holding on to second as they go on 1 more lap. Our final lap in our Michiana Tire Street Stocks here at the new Paris Speedway. And the checkered flags will now wave for the first time for 99, Mark Blessing. 99, 55, 66, 61, and 10. That's the way they're going to finish in the top 5. Number 10, Eric Kaiser was 5th. 61, Jason Slaybaugh crossed the stripe 4th. 66, Randy Niles there in 3rd behind the 55 of Bam Bam Brian Cannon. But winning his first A-feature win for 2005, our points leader finally getting that checkered flag. As he rolls up here to get that checkered flag up here to Victory Lane, everybody put your hands together for the number 99 from Napanee. Driving the Drive Smart number 99, that is Mark Blessing. Mark Blessing doing a little donuts for us tonight as he picks up his first A-feature win. He is very, very happy. Number 99, Mark Blessing. We'll get him up here and talk to him here in the winner's circle. Rounding out the top 10, finishing 6th, was the 17 of Bob Schisler Jr., our fast qualifier. Worked his way from the 18th position all the way to 6th. 15, Don Hunley finished 7th. The 121 of Mark Miller was 8th. 125, Scott Frost was 9th. And the number 1 of Al Maurer rounds out the top 10 in tonight's Michiana Tire 30-lap Street Stock feature. Well, a new winner again. Back-to-back new winners tonight. In our late models and our Street Stocks, we'll have our points leader, first-time A-feature winner for 2005, Mark Blessing, up here in the winner's circle. We'll be talking to him here in just a few minutes right after this timeout on your home for Saturday night racing from the new Paris Speedway on Hoosier 103.5 FM.
When you can't get it to go, you got to call for a tow. Call Thompson's Towing. They're a full-service towing operation.
On the pole, car number 47G. Out of Mentone, he'll be driving the Nelson's Beverage, sponsored number 47G. That's Gabe Whetstone. On the outside, the front row from Akron, Indiana, in the Southside Video, sponsored number 37. That's Shannon Buck. Second row inside in the Bremen Bowling Lane, sponsored number 1 mini stock. That's Craig Castle out here for the very first time for 2005. On the outside of the second row, in the Masterscape Creation and Design number 24 from Goshen is Bob Huffman Jr. Third row inside in the Creation Graphics number 10 from Goshen is Tim Barrick. On the outside of the third row in the Industrial Installation sponsored number 96 from Elkhart, Andy Kindig. Row number 4 on the inside, the 47 Nelson's Beverage white number 47 of the Bulldog Gene Hughes from Mentone. On the outside of row number 4 In the Wildlife Wonders Taxidermy Service number 5 from Middlebury is Merle Yoder. Row number 5, we've got the Stuckman Auto Salvage sponsored number 34 from Mentone of Mark Hughes. To his right in row 5 in the JP Machine number 60 from Warsaw is Stan Hudson. Row number 6 on the inside in that Tranter Graphics sponsored number 14 is Grubby Kevin Grubb from Pierceton. To his right in row number 6 in the All Brands RV sponsored number 4, that's Dave Castle. In row number 7 in the Victory by Design chassis sponsored number 83, that's Jeremy Damron. Keep an eye on him. On the outside of row 7 in the New Paris Auto Service sponsored number 13, that's Squidward Michael Landry from Goshen. 8th row inside in the All Brands RV sponsored number 17 from Napanee is Corey Ryman. To his right door in the Ryman Design sponsored number 16 from Napanee is J.R. Ryman. And last row inside, row number 9, our points leader, number 19, in the All-Brand RV Service sponsored number 19, that's Jackrabbit Jerry Ryman. He'll be lined up on the inside of our fast qualifier for the day, number 6, Dave Coleman out of Goshen, driving that Monteith Tire sponsored machine. Okay, we got 18 cars getting ready to go 20 laps in our Michiana Tire, or actually our Dayton Daytona mini stock feature. 20 laps in the mini stocks. Fast qualifier Dave Coleman with a 1588. Jackrabbit Jerry Ryman, number 19, had a 1590. Only 2/100ths of a second separates those guys. And as they come out of turn 4 this time, race fans, let's give them a big send-off. Let's tell them, good luck, guys. Flick your bics, wave your hands, your hats, and your hankies. Good luck, guys, and good racing. 18 cars going 20 laps in tonight's Dayton Daytona mini stock feature. Like I was saying, Dave Coleman had fast time today with a 1588. 19, Jerry Ryman had a 1590. The 16 of J.R. Ryman, third quickest with a 1594. Corey Ryman had a 15992, and so did Squidward, number 13, Michael Landry, with a 15992. Top 5 fast qualifiers starting at the back of the pack. As they bring it up to speed next time by, we're going to go green flag racing for 20 laps in our Dayton Daytona mini stocks of 4 cylinders here at the New Paris Speedway. 47G Gabe Webstone and the 37 of Shannon Buck from Akron, Indiana brings them to the stripe. Caleb turns them loose. They're going racing for 20 laps. The 4 cylinders, the mini stocks can go 3 wide. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. And right now they're side-by-side racing as they come out of turn 4 for the lead. Your leader is the pole setter, 47G Gabe Whetstone, but 37 Shannon Buck got real loose, and that slows the outside groove up. Everybody on the outside line had to hit the brakes behind the 37 of Shannon Buck. That allowed the number 1 of Craig Castle to go to second behind the 47G of Gabe Whetstone. Number 10, Tim Barrick, the stick man's running there in third. Shannon Buck still holding on to fourth. The Bulldog, number 47, Gene Hughes, is now up to fifth, as everybody else is battling for position at the back of the pack as they complete lap number 3. Faster cars were held back there at the back of the pack when the outside line, when 37 Shannon Buck got loose. Oh, and there he gets loose again in turn 2. Everybody hitting the skids over there in turn 2. Everybody missed the 37 of Shannon Buck, but it looks like 13 Michael Landry may have a flat tire or something wrong with his cars. He comes to a dead stop on the backstretch as well. 37 Shannon Buck out of Akron, Indiana brings out our first caution flag in our Dayton Daytona mini stock feature with 3 laps in and 17 to go. This has been crazy. Earlier today, I had the opportunity to talk to one of our minis, J.R. Ryman. Let's see if they can make another repeat or if it'll be somebody new. As Caleb Woods puts them on their final pace lap this next time by, we got 3 laps down, 17 to go in our Dayton Daytona mini stock 20-lap feature. Your leader is the 47G of Gabe Whetstone. Right behind him, first time out for 2005, first time out ever, number 1, Craig Castle, driving a mini stock. He was a former beat-the-clock competitor here at the New Paris Speedway, and now he's in a mini. Right behind him, the number 10 of Tim Barrick, the 47 of the Bulldog, Gene Hughes, and Merle Yoder. That's the front 5. As they come out of turn 4 this time, they bring it up to speed, and Caleb Woods turns them loose. We're back to racing for 17 more laps in our 4-cylinder Daytona Mini Stocks here at the new Paris Speedway. Number 10, Tim Barrick, looks to the inside of Craig Castle for that second place spot. Moves up there as they come out of turn 4 to complete the 4th lap of our 20-lap feature. Craig Castle in car number 1 is back to 3rd. Merle Yoder's up to 4th. 47 Bulldog Gene Hughes is falling back to 5th. And 47G Gabe Whetstone. He's blown the motor. He's smoking heavily. And it's got stuff all over the track. 47G Gabe Whetstone. That's either a blown motor, an overheated radiator, or he is cooking some hot dogs in that one. 47G Gabe Whetstone. Tough break for him, our leader. Up in smoke tonight in our Daytona Mini Stock feature. With 4 laps in and 16 to go, our second caution flag coming out. As we've got to get them set back up, single file formation restart. Your new leader will be the number 10 of Tim Barrick. 2 weeks on June the 25th, and we will have 75 lap features in both our late models and our street stocks. So some extended racing that evening, 2 weeks from tonight on June 25th for our spring blowout mid-season championship. Plus, the mini stocks will also be racing extended features as well. So, a lot of racing action coming your way that evening on June 25th. Okay, we've got the track clean. We're ready to go back to green with 4 laps down and 16 to go. Your leader is the number 10 of Tim Barrick. The stickman, Tim Barrick, assumes the position out front, and he'll bring him out of turn 4, and Caleb will turn him loose. We're going racing. 16 more laps in our Daytona Mini Stock feature. Number 10, Tim Barrick, out in front. Here comes Merle Yoder in the number 5 on the inside, the number 1 of Craig Castle for that second place spot. Craig Castle out here for the first time ever in the number 1 Mini Stock, now running in 3rd. 47 Bulldog Gene Hughes from Mentones in 4th. Now Dave Castle in the number 4. The All Brands RV sponsor, number 4 is up to 5th. 96 Andy Kiddig is shifted back to 6th. J.R. Ryman in the 16 is running in 7th as we clock in lap 6. Right behind J.R. is the 83 of Jeremy Damron. Jeremy Damron, both drivers are 2-time feature winners, working their way toward the front. So is the Jackrabbit Jerry Ryman in car number 19 and Corey Ryman in the 17 and Dave Coleman in the number 6 now running in 10th as we clock in lap 7. Faster cars are weaving their way through the field as they work their way around the quarter mile here at the hottest quarter mile racetrack in the Midwest, New Paris Speedway. A battle up front between Tim Barrick in the 10 and Merle Yoder in the 5, looking on the inside in turn 1. As they work on lap 9, number 6, Dave Coleman spins out and is headed in the wrong direction down here in the main straightaway. So a caution flag, our 3rd yellow coming out this time for the number 6 of Dave Coleman. I don't know how that happened or where he was involved in, but number 6, Dave Coleman, brings out yellow flag number 3 after 4 laps since our last caution. So we've had 3 yellows so far in only 8 laps of racing in our Daytona Mini Stock feature. All right, the track is clean. We're about ready to go back to green as Caleb Woods will give them their final pace lap this next time by. All right, we're bringing them back up to speed. Single file formation restart with 12 to go. Our leader is the number 10 of Tim Barrick, the stick man out in front. Merle Yoder in car number 5 from Middlebury running there in 2nd. The 47 of the Bulldog Gene Hughes out of Mentones in 3rd. Dave Castle restarts 4th. J.R. Ryman in 5th and Jeremy Damron 6th as we go back to green flag racing with 12 laps to go in tonight's 20-lap Daytona Mini Stock feature. 16, J.R. Ryman working on the outside of the 47 of Gene Hughes. He's trying to move up to 3rd as we complete lap 9 to 16. Sees himself in 3rd place. 83, Jeremy Damron trying to get on the inside of the 47 of Gene Hughes. Number 1, Craig Castle spun out over in turn 1. And a caution flag will come out before we could get more than a lap in since the last yellow. And this time for the number 1 of Craig Castle. He's trying to get it restarted over there in turn 1 as he's facing due east when he's supposed to be going around the turn. So he's setting crossways over there. We got our Ford yellow coming out in 9 laps of this Daytona Mini Stock feature. We'll have to get them restarted again, get them lined back up, single file formation restart, and once we do, we'll get back to racing action. So number 10, Tim Barrett, is our leader with the 5 of Merle Yoder running there in second. J.R. Ryman's worked his way to third in 1 lap. 47, Gene Hughes running in fourth. Dave Castle's fifth. 83, Jeremy Dameron again still in sixth. Corey Ryman in the 17 is running there in seventh. Dave Coleman in the sixth is running and restarting in the eighth as Tim Barrick brings him out of turn 4. Caleb Woods turns the looser off and racing. 16, J.R. Ryman works on the outside now. He's looking for the lead as they come out of turn 2. J.R. Ryman, car number 16, going to battle the outside of the number 10 of Tim Barrick, who gets real wide there in turn 4. He wants to hang on to the lead there at the halfway, 10 down and 10 to go. 3 wide racing back there for 6 as J.R. Ryman continues to work on the outside groove of the number 10 of Tim Barrick. Number 5, Merle Yoder running in third. Moving up on the outside, the 83 of Jeremy Dameron now up there on the outside as well. He's chasing the 16 of J.R. Ryman. Boy, they're working on lap 12, and it's J.R. Ryman, car number 16, stepping it up on the outside groove. He's looking for that lead as they complete lap 12 this time by, but Tim Barrick hanging on the inside. But J.R. Ryman beats him to the stripe. He leads lap 12. 16, J.R. Ryman is your leader. 83, Jeremy Dameron's working the outside of number 10, Tim Barrick, as well for that second place spot as we complete lap 13. They got 13 down and 7 to go. But we got action in turn 2. Action in turn 2 in front of our leaders. Oh, and number 6, Dave Coleman. Didn't see him, and he drilled him. And Craig Castle, number 1, spun out in turn 2. Tough break for number 6, Dave Coleman. He didn't see number 1 sitting there dead to the water. And Dave Coleman is out of this one with 13 down and 7 to go as we've got our 5th caution in tonight's Daytona Mini Stock feature. 24, Bob Huffman Jr. and number 1, Craig Castle got together. Yellow flag didn't come out. The leaders didn't see the action up front in turn 2, and Dave Coleman, unable to see it, plow right in the back of the number 1 of Craig Castle. Tough break for number 6, Dave Coleman. We've got 13 down, 7 to go. As our 5th caution comes out, we got to clean up the mess now over in turn 3. Over in turn 2 in the backstretch. Something happened over there. Now we've going to have to flip the breaker as we lost some lights over there in the backstretch. So flip the breaker, I think it just popped. So we'll get them back on as well. We're going to have to take an extended timeout on your home for Saturday night racing from the new Paris Speedway on Hoosier 103.5 FM. Lost the 24 of Bob Huffman Jr. We lost, I believe, the number 6 of Dave Coleman, of course, with front-end damage to his machine. Michael Landry had mechanical problems and dropped out. So we've got the number 1 of Craig Castle back in. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 cars out of the 18 that started. Getting ready to finish tonight's 20-lap Daytona Mini Stock feature with 13 down and 7 to go as they come out of turn 4. Caleb Woods turns them loose. We're off and racing for 7 more laps to finish this one up. 16, J.R. Ryman out in front. Number 83, Jeremy Dameron now trying to work around the number 10 of Tim Barrick for that number 2 spot. And here comes the 17 of Corey Ryman on the inside. He's going to challenge in turn 1 as they work on lap 15. And Corey Ryman, number 17, moves to second now. Diamond Motorsports up front. 16, J.R. Ryman. 15 down and 5 to go to pick up feature win number 3 on the season. 17, Corey Ryman running second. 83, Jeremy Dameron is running there in third. Tim Barrick back to 4th in car number 10. And here comes Dave Castle on the inside. Number 4, Dave Castle moves to 5th. As we complete lap 16, this time by for the 16 of J.R. Ryman. J.R. Ryman doing a great job of driving for Diamond Motorsports. leads them into turns 3 and 4 as they put the number 1 of Craig Castle a lap down as they complete lap 17. They got 3 more to go. 16, 17, 83. That's the way they're running in the front 3. Jeremy Dameron trying to chase the Diamond Motorsports number 16 of J.R. Ryman and the 17 of Corey Ryman with 18 down and 2 left in tonight's Dayton-Daytona Mini-Stock feature. The young guns, J.R. Ryman and Corey Ryman, running 1 and 2. As they come out of turn 4, though, the white flag will fly. They got 1 more to go as they work around the quarter mile in our 4-cylinder Dayton-Daytona Mini-Stock feature. Corey Ryman, number 17, looking for win number 1. He will pass that J.R. Ryman, number 16, if he can. And the checkered flag will fly for the 3rd time this year for 16, J.R. Ryman. 16, 17, 83, 4 and 10. Dave Castle able to get around Tim Barrick for the 4th place spot. So that's the way they're going to finish in tonight's 20-lap Dayton-Daytona Mini-Stock feature. J.R. Ryman picking up the 3rd Mini-Stock feature out of 7 nights. What a great job of driving for this youngster, one of the young guns out of the Diamond Motorsports. Put your hands together for the 16 of J.R. Ryman. Number 17, Corey Ryman finished 2nd. The 83 of Jeremy Dameron was 3rd. Number 4, Dave Castle brought home 4th. Number 10, Tim Barrick was 5th. Finishing 6th was the number 5 of Merle Yoder. Number 60, Stan Hudson, finished 7th. In 8th was the 47 of the Bulldog Gene Hughes. Finishing 9th was the 14 of Kevin Grubb. And 24, Bob Huffman Jr. rounding out the top 10 in tonight's 20-lap Dayton-Daytona Mini-Stock feature. We'll get J.R. Ryman up here in the winner's circle and have another word with him right after this brief timeout on your home for Saturday night racing on Hoosier 103.5 FM.
In that fluorescent number 13 out of Elkhart, that is Mike Miller Jr. Second row inside from Milford to 67 is Mike Robinson. To his right in row 2, number 19 out of Niles, Michigan of Neil Grice. Third row inside, car number 20, that's Eric Gill. To his right from Elkhart, the 68 of Mark Vance Jr. Fourth row, the 28 from Bremen of Matt Burkholder. To his right, the 45 from Goshen of Kevin Ray. Fifth row, the 124 of Tim Davis. That car is for sale, that heavy Chevy. If you want to get into street stocks, see Tim Davis. To his right in row 5 is the 4-star car from Elkhart of Curtis Gray. It looks like he's going to slide back to the tail, so the 78 of Don Click will move up on the outside of row 5. And also back there, the 18 of Rumblin' Billy Rumbaugh. 12 cars get ready to go. 20 laps in tonight's Michiana Tire Street Stock B feature as Caleb Woods turns them loose. Number 13, Mike Miller Jr. up on the outside of the 0-2 of Frankie Paymaster for that lead as they come out of turn 4 to complete lap 1. 3 wide going into turn 1. 67, Mike Robinson trying to figure out some way to get on the inside. As he looks on the inside, 3 wide down the billboard backstretch. Robinson backs off as they close the door in turn 3. This time around, they're going to have 2 laps down, 18 to go. Side-by-side racing, door-to-door as they head out of turn 2 and down the billboard backstretch. Frankie Paymaster and Mike Miller Jr. in the 13 working side-by-side. The front 2 rows still evenly matched as they complete lap 3 this time by. 0-2 Frankie Paymaster. 13 Mike Miller Jr. now. Here comes the 68 of Mark Vance Jr. on the inside of 67 of Mike Robinson. Markey's up to 3rd as they complete lap number 4. Oh, and Mark Vance Jr. pushing the 0-2 along as he backed up a little bit. 13 Mike Miller Jr. is out in front. And at the very back of the pack, number 4-star Curtis Gray brings out our first caution flag as he can't keep it in the right direction there in turn 1. Mike Miller Jr. in the fluorescent number 13 is your leader. 0-2 Frankie Paymaster running second.
As they come out of turn 4 and bring it back up to speed, Caleb turns them loose. They're off and racing for 16 more laps. 02 Frankie Paymaster, 19 Neil Grice working the outside groove for second. As they trade a little paint and touch a little rubber there goes Frankie Paymaster into the infield. 02 Frankie Paymaster into the infield out of harm's way, but a caution will come out as we got the 18 of Rumblin' Billy Rumbaugh over there in turn 4 with a flat tire. So the caution coming out for the 18 of Rumblin' Billy Rumbaugh. Paymaster. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 cars get ready to go as Caleb Woods puts them on their final pace lap, this time by and Billy Rumbaugh, number 18, restarts at the tail end of the pack. As we get set to go green, next time by, 13 Mike Miller Jr. brings them out. As the green flag flies to go 15 more laps. A 4-star car of Curtis Gray. Something wrong with the popcorn maker tonight. Moving up on the outside, 19 Neil Grice. 68 Mark Vance Jr. on the low side, working for second. Mark Vance Jr. moving to second as they complete lap number 7. '28 Matt Burkholder up to third as he works on the inside of 19 Neil Grice. Neil Grice on the outside groove, losing ground, falls back to fourth as we complete lap number 8 this time. '45 Kevin Ray is running in fifth. 124 Tim Davis there in sixth. 9 down, 11 to go. '13 Mike Miller Jr., 68 Mark Vance, 28 Matt Burkholder, and the 45 of Kevin Ray now up to fourth at the halfway point. 10 in and 10 to go in our 20-lap Michiana Tire Street Stock Feed. 13 Mike Miller Jr. He's done a great job so far. He's led the entire race. He started on the outside of the front row. Matt Burkholder, number 28, broke loose in turn 2. That allowed the 45 of Kevin Ray to go to third. 124 Tim Davis is moving to fourth as we complete lap 12. Now the 28 of Matt Burkholder still working on the outside groove. Oh, he's into the, oh man, a great save. Oh, and there goes Mike Robinson around in turn 3. 78 Don Click, never let up. Caution flag comes out for 78 Don Click and the 67 of Mike Robinson. 12 down, 8 to go. Kevin Ray would have restarted there in fourth hole, but I guess he didn't want to, so he goes to the pits. We got 12 down, 8 to go as they come out of turn 4. Caleb gives them the green, they're off and racing. '13 Mike Miller Jr. out in front. Mark Vance Jr. in 68 running there in second. Billy Rumbaugh's moving up. He started at the tail end of the pack of this one. He's working the outside groove and moving to fourth as they work on lap 14. He's on the outside of 19 Neil Grice. Rumblin' Billy Rumbaugh trying to work his way toward the top 3 spots. 14 down, 6 to go this time around. They got 5 more to go, this time by. 15 down and 5 to go in tonight's Michiana Tire Street Stock B feature. 13 Mike Miller Jr. out in front. 68 Mark Vance Jr. running in second. 18 Billy Rumbaugh working the outside of the 124 Tim Davis for third. Time's running out, though, as they've got 3.5 laps left. Oh, and 19 Neil Grice, a bump on 124. We got a 3-car pileup in turn 3. 19 Neil Grice bumped 124. 124 got into the 18 of Billy Rumbaugh, and then it was domino factor at the back of the pack. 3-car wreck in turn 3. Our leader is a 13 of Mike Miller Jr. He's led the entire race. 68 Mark Vance Jr. Porky's Revenge lines up there second on the restart. 02 Frankie Paymaster's there in third. 19 Neil Grice. 124 Tim Davis and Eric Gill. The remaining bunch of Street Stock B feature drivers, as we've got 4 more to go. Caleb Woods will give them the green. They're off and racing. 124 Tim Davis had a flat tire, brought her back out. He's still on the same lead lap. And there's a bump on the 19 of Neil Grice. Little payback. This time around, they'll have 2 more to go. Your leader is the 13 of Mike Miller Jr. 68 Mark Vance Jr. 02 Frankie Paymaster running third. And 124 Tim Davis takes out the 19 of Neil Grice. Caution flag comes out as the 19 goes around in turn 1. Black flag for the 124. Tim Davis coming out for over-aggressive driving. All right, as they come out of turn 4, Caleb Woods looks them over. He gives them the green. They're going 2 more laps. (13) Mike Miller Jr., 68 Mark Vance Jr. running 1 and 2. They got 1 more to go. Checkered flag will fly for 13, Mike Miller Jr., 68 Mark Vance Jr. in a 3-way battle for third. Eric Gill in 20 finishes third. 02 Frank Paymaster fourth. 19 Neil Grice brings home fifth. Put your hands together for your Michiana Tire Street Stock B feature winner, number 13, Mike Miller Jr. Mike Miller Jr. out of Elkhart, sponsored by Franklin Auto Repair, Elkhart Public Auto Auction, and D&M Auto Sales and Towing. Sponsors the fluorescent number 13 of Mike Miller Jr. Your winner of our Michiana Tire Street Stock B feature.
For Warsaw, Syracuse, Wolf Lake, and all of Kosciuszko County.
7 rows side by side. That's the way we want to see them as they come out of turn 4. 05 Jerry West. Be bringing them out of turn 4. Caleb gives them the green. We're off and racing. 15 laps. 05 Jerry West out in front. 2R Rochelle Strickland running in second. Leapin' Lee Atkins has leaped his way to third, and he looks to the inside for that second place spot. As we complete lap 1, Leapin' Lee looking for the lead. He goes to the outside. Chris Sineff in the 44 right behind him. 05 Jerry West trying to hold him off. Oh, and we got action in turn 4. A 3-car pileup up there. Caution flag comes out. Caution flag for the 44 of Chris Sineff, as he takes her to the infield. 14 to go in his 15 lap Dayton Daytona Mini Stock B feature. 05 Jerry West is your leader. Number 5 Leapin' Lee Atkins running in second. 2R Rochelle Strickland in third. 25 Tim Kidder. And the 5 of Shannon Pohl. That's your front 5 as they come out of turn 4. Caleb gives them the green light. They're off and racing for 14 more laps. 25 Tim Kidder making a move to third as he got on the inside of 2R Rochelle Strickland on the start. Number 5 Shannon Pohl trying to move on the inside of Rochelle Strickland, puts her back to the 5th place position as the number 5 of Leapin' Lee works the outside groove in turns 1 and 2. He's looking for that lead on lap 3. Here comes Tim Kidder sliding down on the inside. 25 Tim Kidder looking to try to get that lead away. Josh Dunn, Fireball Josh Dunn, number 41, slowing way up. He's on the inside. He's in the apron in front of our leaders. He goes to the infield just in time. And a three-way battle up front for that lead. 05 Jerry West, Leapin' Lee Atkins, Tim Kidder, Shannon Pohl in the number 5, working the outside groove, trying to move up 3 wide into turns 1 and 2. Keep your eye on the front 3 cars. 05 Jerry West, Tim Kidder in the 25, Leapin' Lee's back to third. This time around, you're going to have 5 down, 10 to go. Leapin' Lee Atkins broke right as it came out of turn 4, moving up. 05 Jerry West trying to hold off Tim Kidder, number 25. He's on a rail. 6 down, 9 to go this time by. 25 Tim Kidder hooked up tonight. Works the outside groove, and 05 Jerry West, your leader's not your leader any longer. He's over his time. We'll have the facts and figures on him. Your new leader is the 25 of Tim Kidder as he makes the pass on lap 7 anyway. Tim Kidder's your leader. Number 5, Leapin' Lee Atkins, is running second. The other number 5, the 5-star of Shannon Pohl, is in third. Then the 7 of Ron Baker running there in fourth as we complete lap 8. Number 7, Ron Baker's up to third now as he got past the number 5 of Shannon Pohl. Number 7, Ron Baker trying to go to second as he looks on the inside of Leapin' Lee, and around goes the number 5. Number 7, Ron Baker tapping the 5 of Leapin' Lee Atkins, and around the number 5 went. The second caution coming out. This time for the 7 of Ron Baker and the 5 of Leapin' Lee Atkins. Both cars, if they want to, can restart at the tail. With the 12 of Brian Allen restarts third. P.J. Miller in the 48's in fourth. The 29 of Paul Michelin Jr. right there in fifth. On the restart, Michael Akins in the number 80 is 6th. 2R Rochelle Strickland starts 7th. 31 Ben Miller 8th. John Yoder and Jerry West starting at the tail end of the pack with 8 down, 7 to go. As the green flag flies, we're off and racing with 7 laps left in our Dayton Daytona Mini Stock B feature. 25, Tim Kidder in front of the 5 of Shannon Pohl. The 12 of Brian Allen hanging tough there in third as we complete lap 9. They got 6 more to go. Number 12, Brian Allen now looking on the inside of the number 5 for that second place spot. And there they go around, the 12 getting into the 5. So our second and third place drivers so Brian Allen and the 5P of Shannon Pohl bring Tim Kidder right there. P.J. Miller, number 48 out of Napanee. First year of driving mini stocks. P.J. Miller in car number 48 finds himself second in this mini stock B feature as Caleb Woods turns them loose. They're off and racing. $10 down, 5 to go. This time by 29, Paul Mishler Jr. really cutting the corner in turn one as he got low there trying to get around the 48 of P.J. Miller for second. And something wrong with 25, Tim Kidder off the pace. Your new leaders at 29 of Paul Mishler Jr. with 4 more laps to go. Flat tire on the front right of the 25 of Tim Kidder's machine. As he'll slow up and head for the pits. Your new leaders at 29 of Paul Mishler Jr. 12 down, 3 to go this time for Paul Mishler Jr. in car number 29. 48 P.J. Miller running second. 80 Michael Akins is in third. 2R Rochelle Strickland is running in fourth. 13 down, 2 to go. White flag flies for 29, Paul Mishler Jr. Got 1 more to go to hang on. And a checkered flag will now wave for 29, Paul Mishler Jr. (29:48.80). That's the way they're going to finish 1, 2, and 3. Number 80, Michael Akins, will bring home third. 48, P.J. Miller finishes second. And winning tonight's Dayton-Daytona Mini Stock B feature as he rolls up here to get the checkered flag. Put your hands together for the number 29. If he can make it up here, here he comes. He's a happy camper now as he does a burnout for you race fans. The 29M of Paul Mishler Jr. Paul Mishler Jr. out of Elkhart, sponsored by Zolman Tire, Auto Village in Dunlap, Raleigh Williams Paint Spot in Elkhart, Main Muffler North, Merrill Automotive, Hunt's Auto Salvage in Plymouth, and Lindy Gas all sponsor the number 29 of Paul Mishler Jr. as they celebrate the Mini Stock B feature win tonight here at the new Paris Speedway. On the pole, car number 7, Dan Shepard. He elects to go to the tail. So our pole setter will be the 79 of Bruce Fernie Jr. To his right in row 1 will be the number 4 of David Henson. Second row inside, car number 102, that's Bob Hunsberger. To his right, the 20 of Alex Pratt. Third row, number 11, Chad Lehman, and the 007 of Jack Brazel. Fourth row, 71, the Doughboy Larry Saunders, and the 89 of Jeff Stetler. Fifth row, so our pole setter will be the 4H of David Henson. 102 Bob Hunsberger lines up on the outside of the front row. Alex Pratt, second row inside with the 11 of Chad Lehman. Third row is the 007 of Jack Brazel and the 71 of the Doughboy Larry Saunders. Fourth row, 89 Jeff Stetler from Plymouth and the 7 of Dan Shepard. Fifth row is the 32 of Josh Summers. And I have no idea what that spectator figure 8 car is doing out there. Okay, we got them lined up. Single file, or we got them lined up for a complete restart, or a restart in tonight's Valvoline Motor Oil Street Stock C feature. Caleb Woods puts them on their final pace lap, finally. The Valvoline Motor Oil Street Stock C feature about to go 12 laps with 10 cars. David Henson, our pole setter, the 4H, will be bringing them up to speed, I hope, as they come through the main straightaway. Caleb's got to give them a green or off and racing. And a caution flag will be coming out, I think, pretty soon. Maybe not. We're still under green flag racing. Your leader is the 102 of Bob Hunsberger. Now the caution flag is going to come out as we complete our first lap under caution. Complete restart coming up. Our pole setter now is the number 20, I believe, of Alex Pratt. He'll bring them up to speed as they come out of turn 4, and Caleb will give them the green or off and racing. Number 20, Alex Pratt. And look out, there goes Jeff Stetler with a little help from the 32 of Josh Summers. Stetler into the infield. We might get a lap, though. We do. Case of Valvoline Motor Oil on the line, and number 20, Alex Pratt out in front. 102. Bob Hunsberger running second as we complete lap 2. Number 11, Chad Lehman's in third. 102, Bob Hunsberger working around on the outside. And Bob Hunsberger takes the lead away on lap number 3. Alex Pratt battles back for the lead on lap number 4. He's your new leader. Now the 102. Bob Hunsberger battling back. We got 5-car battle for the lead as they complete lap 5. Number 20, Alex Pratt, and the 102 of Bob Hunsberger battling back and forth. Larry Saunders, the doughboy, waiting to see what happens up front, running in third with 6 down and 6 to go. They're at the halfway. 102, Bob Hunsberger, your new leader again, as those two guys been trading it back. The doughboy, Larry Saunders, number 71, now up to second. They got 5 to go, and oh, there goes number 11, Chad Lehman. We got water all over in turn 3. Water all over. Caution flag coming out. 89, Jeff Stetler went wild over there in turn 2. Oh, and 32, Josh Summers didn't see the water, but he does a spin in turn 4. Running in second is the 20 of Alex Pratt. Then the 7 of Dan Shepard. 007, Jack Brazel. 32, Josh Summers, 89, Jeff Stetler, and the doughboy at the back of the pack as we go back to racing for 6 more laps in our Valvoline Motor Oil Street Stock on Dirt C feature. There goes Alex Pratt down on the inside of the 102 of Bob Hunsberger. He's looking for the lead, kicking up some dust bunnies as they come out of turn 4 to complete lap number 7. Alex Pratt takes the lead. 102, Bob Hunsberger. Dan Shepard on the inside in the Silver Bullet, number 7. Looking for second. 8 down, 4 to go this time by. Oh, and that right rear of the number 20 of Alex Pratt, it is really hot and smoking. That right rear tire on Alex Pratt. He's over his time, but black flag from number 20 of Alex Pratt. Battle for the lead between Dan Shepard and car number 7 and 102, Bob Hunsberger on the outside. Is your new leader, 102, Bob Hunsberger. Number 20 not getting off the track. We got 10 down and 2 to go. As the number 20 is smoking heavily. That could be the exhaust off that number 20. Oh, either that or a bad rear right tire. White flag will fly this time. One more to go for number 102, Bob Hunsberger. 71, Larry Saunders is running second. Number 7, Dan Shepard's in the third. And number 20, he's got a right rear hub on fire. Checkered flag will fly for Bob Hunsberger, car number 102. 102, Bob Hunsberger will capture our Valvoline Motor Oil Street Stock C feature. 71, Larry Saunders finishes second in front of the 7 of Dan Shepard. That's the way they're going to finish 1, 2, and 3. It was 102, 71, and 7. Dan Shepard third, Larry Saunders second. Well, here's your winner. Put your hands together for the 102 of Bob Hunsberger. Bob Hunsberger driving the 102 tonight. Car is sponsored by Bradley's Auto Salvage in Talma, Bourbon Pharmacy, Sidewinder CB Sales in New Paris, right there at 6 and 15. Larry Reed, the Bobbin Doctor out of Etna Green, and Pop's Garage down there as well. All sponsors of 102, Bob Hunsberger. Picks up a case of Valvoline Motor Oil in our Valvoline Motor Oil Street Stock C feature on dirt. Tonight's mini stock C feature. On the pole, car number 97 is Mark Murray. On the outside, the 14 of June Kaiser. Second row inside will be the 7 of Merle Neff and the number 8 of Patty Smith. Third row, the 43 of Mad Max Schaefer and the 85 of Rodney Archer. And at the back of the pack, number 2C, Ron Baker, and the 29H of Charlie Harper. Spectator figure eighters, get your cars into the pit area. You're on deck as we get ready to go in tonight's Dayton Daytona Mini Stock C feature. 10 cars getting ready to go. Or excuse me, 8 cars getting ready to go 12 laps. And a recount of the spectator figure eighters, we have 13 of them coming out here in a little bit. All right. Caleb Woods going to put them on their final pace lap this time by 8 cars going 12 laps in our mini stock C feature. And June Kaiser, number 14, going to set the field as they come out of turn 4. Caleb gives them the green. We're off and racing, 12 laps. They line back up in turns 1 and 2. We're okay. We're still under green flag racing. Number 97, Mark Murray, takes the early lead. Here comes Rodney Archer, number 85. He started at dead last. He's up to second already as we complete lap 1. 43, Mad Max Schaefer's up to third. Two down, 10 to go this next time by. Your leader's not your leader any longer. 97, Mark Murray over his time. Your new leader's 85, Rodney Archer. Rodney Archer is your new leader. 43 Mad Max Schaefer's running in second. 43 trying to move in as we complete lap 4. 4 down and 8 to go. Halfway mark will be coming out next time for the 85 of Rodney Archer. 6 down, 6 to go this time for number 85, Rodney Archer. 43 Mad Max Schaefer running in second, going to challenge for the lead in the remaining 5.5 laps. Seven down, 5 to go. This time by for 85 Rodney Archer and Mad Max Schaefer in the 43. That's the battle for the lead. Four more to go this time around. 43 Mad Max Schaefer trying to catch Rodney Archer. Time's running out. Three more to go. 85 and 43, that's running 1 and 2. From there on back, I'm not quite sure. I believe the 29H of Chuck Harper is in third. 2 more to go, this time by for 85 Rodney Archer. 43 Mad Max Schaefer running there in second. White flag will fly this time. They got 1 more to go. The checkered flag will wave for number 43. Mad Max Schaefer will be your winner. 85 Rodney Archer being penalized 1 spot for jump starting on the start. Or I guess 2 spots. So 85 Rodney Archer will not pick up the win. 43 Mad Max Schaefer will be your winner. Put your hands together for your winner, number 43, Mad Max Schaefer. Max Schaefer out of Goshen picks up the Mini Stock C feature. He's sponsored by New Paris Auto Service, Creation Graphics, Sue, and Squidward. And number 85, Rodney Archer, being penalized 2 spots for jumping 2 spots on the start of that Mini Stock C feature. So he'll finish third. Number 7, Merle Neff, brings home second as they finish it up for tonight's Mini Stock racing program.